What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up coming at you with a video. Houston Rockets versus Los Angeles Lakers. Game 2, 2020 playoffs in the bubble. That's still a lot to say. All right, let's go ahead and get into this game. Rockets lost the game 109 to 117, lost by 8 points. I did say this was going to be a close game. Now, and I did say both teams were going to break 100. But I was wrong about Rockets winning, and I almost right about the margin, 3 points away. I said Rockets by 5, but it was Lakers by 8. Now, let's go ahead and get into this game. The Rockets came back and made this a game in the third quarter. Rockets was down by 21 points at one point. Down by 21 points. Came back, took like a 5-point lead or something like that. But I guess that huge comeback had a toll on them, wore them down. I don't know what. A good buddy of mine that I was talking to while watching the game. Y'all probably seen some of his video, Mr. Ed Huncho for Soft Sports. He was saying that it was Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook is struggling big time. And he is. I don't know what's going on. He had a good game 1. But he's still struggling after game 5, 6, and 7 against the Thunder. He come out and have a good game 1 against the Lakers, then back again struggling against the Lakers. Game 2, against the Lakers. Wow. But anyway, I will say this here though, man. The Rockets should not have been in this game. Lakers went up huge in the first quarter and in the second. Because going by points by quarter, first quarter, Rockets had 20 points, Lakers had 36. Second quarter, both teams had 31 points apiece. Third quarter, where the Rockets just went off. Rockets had 41 points, the Lakers had 23. I guess that comeback what the Rockets had was exhausting. I don't know. They lost their focus. I don't know. Rockets had 17 points. Lakers had 27. And like I said before, in close games like this, because this is only an 8-point game, Lakers only won by 8 points. So this was a close game. And like I said, in these close games, it's the little things that matter. And I know the Rockets had 17 or 18 turnovers. Let me look at that real quick. Rockets had 17. Lakers had 15, but you still lost, so all that stuff is what matters. Now, let's go ahead and get into more of these numbers real quick here. PJ Tucker played pretty good for us. 18 points. Harden had 27. Covington had 17. Eric Gordon was a huge spark that we needed that got us back into this. He had 24. Westbrook had 10. But Westbrook did have 13 rebounds and 5 assists. So he chipped in where he could, but he was struggling hard. Daniel House had 13. Jeff Green had played 22 minutes and did not score. And that's what I be talking about. You can't play that many minutes and don't score. Austin Rivers played 7 minutes and didn't score. McLemore played 3 minutes and didn't score. Short minutes like that, I probably can get where you might not score. But McLemore did have, he played 3 minutes and had 2 assists. So I guess you could say he helped out. But anyway, let's go ahead and go a little deeper into these numbers. Field goals. Rockets put up 78 field goals. Lakers put up 83. The Rockets was 45% shooting. The Lakers 56. That's what they wanted right there. 3-pointers. The Rockets hit 22 3-pointers. The Rockets hit more. Well, almost as many 3-pointers as the Lakers put up. Lakers put up 27, but the Rockets hit 22. And this is what I'm talking about. All them threes. Now, if you see they're not falling, like Russell Westbrook towards the end of the game, James Harden passed it to him. Wide open 3-pointer. We all know that's not Westbrook's game. Yeah, he'll hit a couple here and there, but that's not Westbrook's game. And he missed a wide open 3. If you know that's not your game, drive in for a closer shot, or drive in and make, and at that point, LeBron James didn't know who to guard, either Westbrook or I think it was Tucker that was in the corner. So Westbrook was, James Harden, LeBron James, excuse me, was like in the middle though, didn't know who to guard. If I was Westbrook, I would have drove to the basket, and if LeBron James would have committed to you playing defense on you, I would have passed it. Because taking three is not your game. All right. Now, free throws, Rockets was 17 for 23. Lakers was 11 for 18. And like I said before, in close games like this, things like this matters, whether you win or lose. The little things is what matters. Total rebounds, Rockets had 35. The Lakers had 41. Now, the Rockets got out rebound by 6. So, like I said, that to me is going to be expected with the Rockets because they are a smaller team. But the offensive rebound, Rockets had 8. The Lakers had 9. Now, assists, Rockets had 22. Lakers had 30. Blocks, LeBron James, I got to admit, before I get into that, LeBron James was all over the place. He played some great defense and did what he was supposed to. He did what he was supposed to do. The blocks, Rockets had 2. LeBron, I might say LeBron, because LeBron had 3, I think. But the Lakers had a total of 5. Steals, Rockets had 7. Lakers had 11. Turnovers, Rockets had 17. Lakers had 15. Points in the paint, Rockets had 26. Lakers had 54. So they had half of their points in the paint. A little bit less than half, I should say. But anyway, so, like I said before, always, those little things is what wins you games or lose you games. And I will give to my Rockets. I'm not down for more victories. Never down for that. I do like the actual victory. But I will say this here. I am glad that we made a game of this. Because at one point, the Lakers had a 21-point lead. Oh, excuse me. At one point, the Lakers had a 21-point lead. There's no way in hell that the Rockets should have came back and took a 5-point lead, I think it was at that time. That was great. So I'm glad we at least made a game of it. Even though we take this L, we taking this L like we're supposed to. But at least we made a game of it. So, with that being said, though, I do want to get back to this here real quick, though. Excuse me. Want to get back to this here. Okay, it was Eric Gordon with 24 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, in 36 minutes. That's pretty good. He's the one who got us back into this game. So did Tucker, with the rebounds and he chipped in 18 points himself. So that's what got us back into this game. And Harden did what he's supposed to do. He had 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 27 points. But like I said, I got a good friend of mine. Like I said, y'all go check him out if y'all don't know who he is. Ed Huncho with Soft Sports TV, also Soft Sports as well. Y'all go check him out. Me and him was talking while this game was going, and he brought up some good points. He said when Russell Westbrook was in the game, that's when the Rockets started messing up. When Russell Westbrook was on the bench, the Rockets had this huge comeback and was doing their thing. And a couple times when Westbrook sat down in the fourth quarter, Rockets, was playing pretty good. But when he came back into the game, Rockets started messing up. So he was making some good points there. So I couldn't argue with it because it was right in my face. Now, I'm not making no excuses. It is what it is. Rockets lost. Series is now tied at 1 apiece. Next game is going to be on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Texas time. Whew. That's going to be a late game. Ooh, yeah, that's a late starting game. But it is what it is. So, with that being said, though, like I said before, I told everybody in my recap of game one, I also made a bold prediction. I said the Lakers are going to come out for blood. I said that. Even though there was a Laker fan that came onto my channel talking crap, talking about, I'm saying that the Rockets going to do this and do that. Well, of course, I'm a Rockets fan. As you can see the stuff behind me, you see my Rockets jersey right there, my personalized Rockets jersey. See the belt, James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Of course. You can see the picture of me and my wife right there wearing Rockets jersey. Y'all see that picture right there? Me and my wife wearing Rockets jersey. So, of course, I'm a Rockets fan. I'm going to say the Rockets going to win. Duh. At least I wasn't saying nothing stupid that the Rockets going to blow them out, the Rockets going to sweep the series. Never said that. And I'm not that stupid to say nothing like that because I know that's not going to happen. Anyway, with all that being said, though, I will say this here, though. Like I said, with this game, Rockets, I'm not going to say didn't have any effort because they did have effort. They did make a game of this. They did do what they were supposed to do. And they didn't just quit. I put it like that. They did not quit. And you got to find a positive in every negative. You got to find a positive. And the positive in this is, like I said, when you're down 21 in the second quarter, and then you come out of halftime in the third, and you just blow the roof off this game. Like I said, in the third quarter, Rockets scored 41 points. The Lakers scored 23. So we almost had twice as many as they had. Almost. And it was all because, excuse me, I'm sorry. It was all because of Eric Gordon just went berserk, hitting all those threes. He just went berserk. So, I guess what I'm saying, though, is that I did not like the fact that the Rockets got down big like this in the beginning. I did not like the fact that the Rockets kind of basically gave up midway in that second quarter. And if it was not for Eric Gordon putting the team on his back, we wouldn't even been in this game. We wouldn't have even, it would have been like a 40, 50-point blowout. So with that being said, like I said, you got to find a positive in every negative. And in this positive, the Rockets showed that they could hang. The Rockets showed they could hang. And with that being said, though, I see the Lakers did try to double team James. And James was willing to pass the ball, get the ball out of his hand. Yeah, James had only on the stat sheets is going to show 7 assists. But if he wasn't getting the ball out of his hands, or at least tack the rim when they were trying to, stop him, it wouldn't be, like I said, the score would be much, much bigger than what it was. It would be a bigger defeat. So with all that being said, I am going to go ahead and get up out of here. This is your boy, Man Up. I'm Chunking the Deuce. And as always, y'all stay safe. Game 3 is going to be on Tuesday at 8 o'clock Texas time. I am going to do a video about that game as well, win or lose. Like I told that Lakers fan who left me a comment on my Game 1 recap, win or lose, I'm here, baby. And with that being said, this is your boy, Man Up. I'm Chucking the Deuce. And as always, you was in the man cave. Now, sorry, I hate to be rude. I got to kick you out the man cave. Holla.